Good morning, everyone. They're all out here. It's 9 o'clock. It's sunny. It's warming quickly. I think we're going to be 65 today. I sent Don out early before I got dressed to put the food down on the bricks because the chicken was carrying on big time. Hi, Morris. You going to come see me? Marty? Hi, guys. I know why Marty's not coming. He's not coming because he thinks I'm going to throw him back in the house, which I just might. And Morris already ate. And I guess Stripe's around here somewhere. He'll show up in a minute. I am headed out to shop. I'm planning to take Ruby. She hasn't thrown alerts the last 2 times I've driven her or Don's driven her. So I'm just going to drive her and not worry about it. Don and I head nodded on that and both feel it's the right choice. Yep, this is the start of spring to come, I think. I like it. Be a good boy, Stripey. Don came and got Ruby out for me, which I always appreciate. Made sure I've got my shopping bags back in Ruby. Made sure the Homestead Creamery bottles are here. All the good stuff. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Wouldn't normally be dark upon entry. Also not a big deal that it was dark. I mean, that has happened before, but... Well, I got yesterday's video edited. And I'm taking off and it's 10:28. It would have been nice if I'd have taken off at 10:20. Then we could say I've got a cushion. But I'm on my way now. Loving the sun today. Loved the rain Sunday. Sunday was meant to be a rain day. Loved it. Loving the sun today. Shopping days are days when I care more than others about it being sunny. I had a piece of leftover beef tenderloin for breakfast this morning. The little black cat nighttime. She had a couple pieces too. Her pieces were much smaller than mine. I won't be hungry for a while. That was good. I love leftover beef with salt. Cold. It's fine. Convenient, quick, and tastes really good for me. So, we have not had any updates in the Tesla app, RE, the Cybertruck, except to say they'll be back in touch when the vehicle has, basically reached Raleigh. I forget the exact wording, but it when we have the vehicle ready for delivery, we'll let you know. Something along those lines. Because I've had a couple people ask me offline, have you heard anything about the Cybertruck? And the answer is no. Our friend Andy said that they had, read online that, or seen that SpaceX had bought up a lot of Cybertrucks. Which makes total sense to me. They need vehicles, and Cybertruck's the right vehicle for them in a whole bunch of cases. And I would rather have one that they built recently than one that's been sitting on the lot for a long time. So if they're bringing it in from Austin, that's excellent. That's good as far as I'm concerned. Well, I am just on time. So that's good. I was reading this past week, Apex Police Department report, I think, on Facebook, that the Lowe's shopping center across the street from here, that they were having a lot of car break-ins over there. Just goes to show you that just because a shopping center or a neighborhood, quote-unquote, looks like a nice place, doesn't mean that it is safe, more safe. Looks are deceiving. But that goes in both directions. The thought process is we're right here at Highway 64, and these gangs of car thieves, not local to the area, were hopping off of 64, hitting the shopping center, hopping back on 64, and getting away with it. I think they might have caught some of them. Well, I'm back outside. I am going to head over to Lowe's. So when I heard about the stuff going on across the street, I was worried if they would ever hit this parking lot you know, what are the chances of 40 minutes that I'm here each week that would be when it would get hit? Probably pretty slim. But you know, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Typically over here it's the same people in the same cars all the time, but you never know. And you always got to be situationally aware. Look out for yourself. I am going to head over to Lowe's. Hopefully the garden center door's open. If it's not, I probably won't stop again, but I really hope that it is. It's such a pretty day. People have spring on the brain and want to be buying spring things. I also read an article, this was probably 2 weeks ago, and I meant to mention it, that there was a homeless person in the Walmart parking lot in Fuquay that got beat up in the parking lot. I had previously talked about not feeling super safe in that parking lot. And I guess I chalked up that report to, wow, that poor person already had enough not good things happening in their life. Why did that have to happen to them? And secondly, see, I told you that parking lot is not a great place. Well, the gate is open. There's a Apex police officer back there parked by Ruby, which hopefully doesn't mean they had an incident. But if he wants to stay parked by Ruby for the 10 minutes I'll be here, that is awesome. Well, here's hyacinth, I think. Tulip. I'm sure there's hyacinth somewhere. I love the smell of hyacinth. Moved, but not marked down, and I don't have to care anymore. Well, the Apex police officer stayed by Ruby the entire time I was in there. I bought 1 bag of Miracle Grow potting mix. The large bag was the going price. And, yeah, the price on the smaller bag, 1 cubic foot, was horrible, but the price on the big bag was about normal price between Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. Yeah, I'm in a good mood today, out here driving around in Ruby and the sunshine and no jacket required and all these pretty Teslas everywhere I go. I'm in a good mood today. Let's crank up some tunes. Yep. I did park Ruby facing out. This is the only place I park where I am oftentimes pulled in against something. She's not showing any trouble today, and I might have even been in such a good mood that I put my foot in it a little bit when nobody was looking. I love this Hallmark set. 14 karat gold filled and wildflowers, but no little girl to take it to. Cute little trees with ornaments. Quite a few cute things. I'm looking. I got a pair of Gloria Vanderbilt capris, a red microfiber towel, and an origami owl bracelet for $2. It has a black leather strap band and a few charms in it. I didn't scrutinize the charms because I wanted the bracelet locket regardless. Well, I am going to forgive the Cybertruck for not having doors that self-present, but me and Ruby, we are on a roll today. And I have always got stuff in my hand. Well, I took off onto Highway 64 here like I was having a little fun in my Tesla. And there was a blue lights behind me pulling somebody over, and there's 2 blue lights ahead of me got somebody pulled over on both sides of the street. So I think I'll behave the rest of the way over to Whole Foods, but oh goodness, I wasn't having that much fun. But I did get up to the speed limit and go around the vehicle in front of me pretty quick back there. Oh God, there's another blue guy coming up behind me. I don't know what's going on. But seriously, up ahead up here. Oh, there's a wide load back there. It's the entire width of Highway 64 and then some. So that's what all these blue lights are about. Had nothing to do with me. State law says you see blue lights, you get away from them. You move to the other lane. So this one might actually be something, but the one behind me is definitely has to do with a wide load. That looked like a broken down vehicle. Okay. So did any of you guys see the AI movie on X last night where the blonde girl goes running down the street and the end of the world, you know, buildings falling over, fire shooting out of the sky, and there's a Cybertruck just sitting there with the door open, and she slides into it and she takes on off down the road and is fighting obstacles going across, I think it was the Brooklyn Bridge. She was getting out of New York City. I was so inspired by it. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. It was Something Brothers that made the AI movie and put it out there. It was very inspiring. It's pretty crowded up here today. Parking lot is full. It's 64. And Lowe's and Home Depot are both ready for spring. I'm ready for spring. I'm trying to look, is it closed or open? I guess it's closed. Huh. How can it be closed? Well, I'm already out of the car. I got a couple of choice words for him. I was going to say, you can make North Carolina a little cold, but you can't keep it cold. The spring is going to be bursting here, and then I'll be crying about frost and Japanese maples. It's okay. Okay, the dirt's cheaper here. It's 14 something. Well, I can go to either. Wow, that's a good price for a 1 gallon Japanese maple, $30. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm just looking at, I mean, they're all going to be Tamakuyama and Bloodgood. So, I mean, I would buy from Mr. Maple, but that's still pretty good. I mean, what have they been? They've been $20 at Walmart for that size, $30 here. Yeah. But you can get a nicer one at Mr. Maple for not much more. Plenty of generators. Plenty of generators. Oh, and it's dual fuel too. Way cool. So I just bought a bag of dirt. That's it. It was $14.47. I paid $16.98 at Lowe's. So 16 something has been pretty much the price. I'm sure Home Depot is going to raise it here just as soon as demand peaks. I should get up here and get a couple more bags from here before they raise their price. I mean, I'm not going to go to Lowe's and pay more, even if it is what I'm used to being the going rate. So I'm a little frustrated that I bought from Lowe's today. I know you can do price match, but how was I supposed to know? And then I got to go to probably an inside register instead of the garden center register, and it just take longer, and the person behind me will get frustrated. And I mean, I hear you, but I probably wouldn't do that. But then, of course, my experience over here today is it's a beautiful day and they don't have anybody at the register at the garden center. So, you know, and the nice guy at Lowe's did lift the bag up into my car for me. So, but as soon as this thing opens, you watch. It's going to be 16 something over here. When demand peaks and they get in full spring swing, they're going to raise the price. The $14 price is more in the middle of the winter price. So like I said, I'm going to make an effort to get over here and buy 2 to 4 more bags before the price goes up. Pretty day has the firemen from Fire Station 1 just down the street over here, either doing some training or testing some equipment. I'm doing the pogo route. Well, I'm home, but I'm in a great mood, and Don hasn't come out. That must mean he's on a conference call. But look what I could do. Yes, baby. You are here.
Well, of course I am. I had to save a couple files.
I thought you was probably on a conference call again. You live on the phone.
That's right.
Yeah, they need you, so they keep you on the phone.
Yeah, please, God, I keep hoping. Please fire me. Please fire me.
I'm in a really good mood, so I had to admire my wings today. Yeah. I got stuff in the middle row to actually unload, though. Yeah. We're going to walk. It's 4 o'clock. Don says he got a little more work to do, but we can go enjoy the sun for a little bit. I'm feeling pretty energetic today, so I won't go walk. Well, we didn't walk this morning. That stupid conference call you have in the morning that keeps you from walking. This contract has been...
Well, they love to meet. This customer loves to meet. But, you know, I got there's people all across the world. I mean, Italy, India, Brazil, U.S., all the time zones, Canada. I mean, it's a global thing. I don't know if I got anybody other than the Italy guys in Europe, though.
Sure. Yeah, and I don't think on the contract that we quite figured exactly how many meetings they would want you sitting in and not doing real work.
Right.
Although the 9:30 meeting is not the most guilty of not real work. That actually is a working meeting. So, but anyway, we're going to walk. I had the weirdest thing happen. I got can't monetize your video for the one I just released by the company that I buy my songs from. It's, you know, let me just say that for content creators, we are totally, I can't come up with a better word, screwed over by YouTube and the musicians and everybody else, that we have to pay for a service to basically come up with clean songs, and then, you know, may not be the song we would really want to use anyway. But anyway, I filed this dispute, and I'm sure they'll fix it because I have a license to use that song, and I have my YouTube channel in the clear list for my Artlist subscription service, but Artlist is the one that flagged the song and said I can't monetize my video. I'm sure it'll get straightened out. I decided to let them put the monetization, which will probably be all of $1, but I don't want to be screwed out of my $1, okay, in escrow until they sort out the dispute. Like I said, I just worried that something's wrong. Maybe it was a computer glitch today, that they didn't check their clear list properly or something. I don't know. But I felt I shouldn't ignore it or just go change the song, because it might come back to bite me and turn up other errors. The kiddies looked like they were really enjoying the afternoon outside. Morris, Marty, and Stripe were all out there frolicking in the sunshine when I got home. Oh, I know what I was going to say. What else I was going to say. So every day, I keep on, ever since I had to go in and basically mark as read, like I had a problem with my Gmail and I had to fix it so that I can't stand to have things not marked as read, like numbers be on when they should be off. So I spent several hours fixing that a few months ago, and ever since I did that, I've kept it well cleaned. And so I'm in my promotions folder, which I would never go into except that I want to mark them as read and get them the heck out of there. And Lucid Gravity keeps on showing up as a sponsored, paid for, persistent promotion in my email. And I'm like, no possible way. But I feel targeted as a Tesla owner and a Model X driver. I feel targeted, and it's not going to do anything for them, and I don't care, but they can waste their money on sponsoring that ad all they want to. And it reminds you to go through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We might get out sometime this year.
Yeah, well, I suspect we'll get a light here in a couple years.
Yeah, well, the problem is coming over the hill. Well, I don't know why people would be coming into town. The school didn't just let out. It's 4 o'clock unless they had sports or something that just let out at the school, I guess. I don't know. That could have been, but... Don is in FSD. Yeah, I think several cars gave up, turned to the right. I don't know where.
The last 2 cars
have given up. Yeah, and went ahead and turned to the right. I suppose you could get a hand gesture from somebody, but
I'm watching. There's a lot of people turning down this. The problem is the people are coming down this road. It's not the school.
Right.
It says there's all these people making left turns here, and they almost never did that before.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. There's been at least 8 cars probably made left turns here.
Well, something must have let out at the school, because there's just no way this many people are coming into Fuquay at rush hour. Yeah. Now, coming through the light, which could actually, takes breaks to our left that turns red at South Park.
Yeah, well, they all have tags on their so all these left turns here they've had the school sticker tags, so carpool tags. So you're right. These are moms picking up their kids.
Don and I are really wishing that we had gone through the neighborhood. Yeah. We just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they go to try to do whatever it is they're going to do to try to fix the school road. They're not even going to try to fix this turn. They're just going to try to fix it to school.
Yeah.
I got a email that they've released my monetization. So they've already fixed it.
Go. Hang on.
Don took over and floored it, because right when the car was going to go and stop, a car came over. I'm not going to say the car wasn't going to do anything wrong. We just weren't going to get out again. And that was we were tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Well, there's some baseball. Well, today's fun was the Build-A-Bear stuffing machine spewed out all over the park. Yeah. I think somebody's dog had a toy and had a really good time with it. And the owner didn't pick up after the dog. That's my guess. But it could have been a kid with their stuffy and just thought it would be fun if they left stuffing all over the park and then the wind helped take it farther. I don't know. It was definitely a full Build-A-Bear's worth of stuffing. See? Yeah, we didn't actually find the stuffed animal. This is Don's second bag. The other bag was so full he had to throw it away. And then we had a woman come by and say, thanked us for picking up trash. And then she said, they have staff for the town that does that. And I just looked at her and I said, I don't think so. She acted like she worked for the town, but she was just out here walking. And sure, they clean up the basketball court sometimes and the picnic tables after the weekend, and they do a good job on the bathrooms and stuff. They aren't given the time to walk around the whole park like Don and I do, and they have a little bit of a that ain't my job complex going. And let's just say contributions from anyone that would like to help pick up are probably a plus. Well, tonight I got up to step 134. You can see here in the details on the rail that it's dilapidated. It's supposed to look dilapidated. Same thing with the flooring. It's coming along well. I'm enjoying the build. Got a door and windows now. So we're watching Steve and Mark Ryan while we eat our St. Louis pork ribs. And he's talking about Ark Invest's big ideas, 2026, autonomous vehicles, robotaxis, cybercab, etc. stuff. And Mom really have totally been paying attention. I haven't been on my phone or working on a video or doing 3D print stuff. I've really been paying attention. And I guess I've had an epiphany. I guess up until a few minutes ago, I was frustrated with Elon because he didn't seem to care about the consumer EV market as much. I'm not going to say at all as much anymore, with getting rid of the S and the X and, all the speculation on X about will Tesla continue to sell vehicles to consumers long term. I don't mean in a year or two, okay? 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Well, after watching how they spelled this out here, my epiphany, you can comment, if you agree, slight variation, whatever, disagree. But I think he figured out I've saturated the market for all the people that want my great car. I have done everything I can to get as many people as possible into an electric vehicle. But the number of additional people that are going to be willing to go electric is not large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot, and I am going to saturate all the urban cities in the country with the Cybercab. And I'm going to reduce air pollution, congestion, and provide additional convenience in those cities with the Cybercab. And that's how I'm going to get less pollution and more people into using a Tesla vehicle. A lot of people in the cities don't care as much about they can't afford to have their own car because it's too expensive. If they have their own car, it's inconvenient because you got to pay to park it and deal with the congestion. I don't know how many, I've been in Manhattan, not lately, but even when I was there, when I was younger, it was horribly congested. We see it in TV and stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to change my way of thinking, in that Elon is just attacking the same problem from a different perspective. Now, whether or not Tesla ever stops selling cars to consumers, I don't know. I sure don't think it's going to be in the next 5 years. I think the Y is going to be around, have a life cycle and be around. But I can totally see his point after they put up the slides about the revenue generated from these autonomous vehicle rideshare services, Tesla, a little bit from Waymo, getting rid of or, reducing Lyft and Uber and stuff. I'm sort of starting to see the light. I've sort of had an epiphany. I'm old and I like cars, and I've always liked cars, and cars are fun, but the time for that, it's not gone, but it's reducing. It's reducing over time. So I guess I'm going to be a little less irritated going forward, I think.